Hit one and be some. You gotta go berserk.
Okay. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that want to keep you where you've been before. But I can't go, no I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change name, how about your respect? Give them more than what I get, expecting up the back. In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant. He said, I got good news and I got bad news. Okay. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Okay. Look, sometimes you need the faith. Sometimes you need to know your worth. Sometimes you need to wait. Shoot like the golden boy, but in front of the bay. You can't negotiate with Drake. You gon' have to pay. But wait, jugging on the main stage, the mainframe, loosen up your face, baby. Sometimes I need a vacate, meditate, hydrate, protect my energy before engagement.
Grew up having nothing, you're labeled impatient. But once the boss made it, you're labeled amazing. Meticulous with words, such a force of nature. I don't wanna seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I wanna see. Oceanfront residences, 3.
Bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington football team and the Chicago Bears. Taken in at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, that was dangerous.
The pass.
Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Brings up
an early message that this secondary is going to be tested because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown.
Touchdown, Bears.
Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick-6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick-6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Ryan Suckup set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. 33 yards that time.
First down, Washington.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And some room to roam now. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
This is it.
Terry McLaurin, his fourth touchdown on the year. And Washington has tied the ball game with the extra point still to come. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good.
Bears 6.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A big play there by Gordon. And even 60 yards.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Under 10, 10.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
Running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point in the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Covered by Washington.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. One play has him to the 37 here for first and 10.
Watch it slip.
And to give this time to the tailback. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Open man is Antonio Gandy Golden. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First down, Washington.
He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Brady. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 15 yards on the play, first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 23-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
Sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Dancing to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
Sanders on for the field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal. Make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Here's a quick throw caught out wide. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of people are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Melvin Gordon, the ball.
Kendall Fuller in on the stop. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 37-yard line.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
1st down, Washington.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They'll set up to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Trying to run this one in. And this time he is in. Yes. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well,
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Now they try the right side here. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21-yard line.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 back. Okay, just like that, just like that.
2nd and 4. Forced out to his left. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. It fell incomplete.
Back to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here.
A 32-yard attempt.
The kick by Sanders is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Quit talking about it and bring it. 18. Watch twins. Check 31. Check 31.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. Sony Michel, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears draw a bit closer. Well, a lot of things have to go right for an option pitch to be successful. Everything lined up there on the long run.
It does, because you have to make the proper read. It doesn't matter what guy you've decided is going to be read on the defensive front. You still have to execute it. If he comes to the quarterback, you saw there, pitch it out to the running back, and off he goes. A lot of teams don't like to run the option because they don't like having their quarterback hit.
That's caught at the 2. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. If they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head, because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Let's blow it up.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
2nd and 9 now. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
It's a gain of
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. McLaurin. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
To Terry McLaurin.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
First down, Washington.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Back to you. I'm going back to you. And 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Here we go. Check.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a first down Washington on a pickup of 18.
And the Washington first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he'll complete this to Gibson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. That's out to the left flat and complete. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Jason Sanders.
Terry McLaurin with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And Washington going to add on to their lead.
Good.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And that one is his 2nd fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline. Does he continue to do that? Do you keep him in that role, or do you bring someone else in at this time?
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll find Gandy Golden there, complete. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
2nd and 1 at the Bears' 12-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Eddie Jackson picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Second down pass.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well inside the 25. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
It's now 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Washington.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
On the return, the Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Going right side here, and that's complete. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. Uh-oh. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
They throw again on second down. This one's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Complete to Terry McLaurin. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. That's out to the left and complete. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
2 yards on the
It'll be a pickup of just 2.
Washington.
And it'll move the chains. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back to throw again. Looking left sideline, it's complete. Bring it! Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
That'll be taken about a yard deep, and not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
5-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of... And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 26. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
Washington.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On play action, they'll throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that's complete to Gandy Golden. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. He'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
Ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it. Gordon.
And he'll be taken down at the 18.
The ball carrier.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
That's good.
Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On 1st down. Michelle, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. So the loss of a yard, and now 2nd and 11 from the 24-yard line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Troy Apke.
That's the way to run it, boy.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From the 10. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Single.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears.
6-yard line.
A first throw for the backup Trubisky. And this will be caught by Mooney. Past the 20. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Darnell Mooney, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bears get a bit closer. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Put the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And it's starting to look like that three-game losing streak is going to be a thing of the past here. Coming up 1st and 10 in the fourth quarter. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. And a give this time to the tailback. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Ball carrier. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards there and a first down.
And the Washington first down.
Now back to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Washington on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
3 yards. It's now 4th down.
And he missed it. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bears cut into that lead. Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. They're going to try and run. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That good for 22 and a first down.
First down, Washington.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. You call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
And it's 3rd down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Steps away. He may try and run for them. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got it.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll set up to throw. Slings this deep for McLaurin. It got his man complete. The 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 79 yards. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit, but for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
And the lead will grow by one more.
Makes this Washington 51. Bears 27. Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Here's Cohen now to return.
Tariq Cohen on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone, as time has run out on this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring in a different flow.
So for Washington, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.